Right, let's turn to page 39 in the chat books. And namaste, welcome. And let's start with 3 ohms. Om. 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 Call and response. Ta-da, ta-da, drashta, drashta, swarupe, swarupe, vastanam, vastanam, ta-da, drashta, ta-da, drashta, swarupe, vastanam, swarupe, vastanam, Tara drasta swarupe vastanam. Tara drasta swarupe vastanam. Om. So real lyrical here. When the mind is still, the seeker realizes that the self, capital S, abides in its own nature. So let's read in this whole page. Now is the time for the teachings of yoga as I have observed. To achieve yoga, reunification with the self, one must still the fluctuations of the mind. When the mind is still, the seeker realizes that the self abides in its own nature. All right, let's just take a moment to close the eyes and set an intention for the practice. A higher intention, seeking the self. All right. And let's do a little breath work. We'll breathe in for 4, hold for 7, and breathe out for 8. And close the mouth, breathe in through the nose, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale, and start to let go of that breath and start to practice Ujjayi Pranayama, breathing in and out of the nose, the little constriction in the back of the throat. And let's go ahead and close the chant books and put them off to the side. And bring your feet as wide as the mat. You can bring the hands behind you and start bringing one knee into the center. See if you can come to the floor and lifting up and the other knee. And you can just do this on your own timing. You probably haven't done this movement today yet. Especially if you've been sitting, this is a great movement to do. Not only do we not practice a lot of internal hip rotation, but loosening up the internal hip rotation will also help the lower back. I know our lower backs get a little crunchy from sitting at the computer, sitting, driving, all of that. All right, and make sure you're even. And then extend the legs out in front of you. 4, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Inhale, bend the right knee to the chest. Exhale, place the right foot flat on the floor outside the left knee. Inhale, the left arm by the ear. Exhale, twist to the right, looking to the clock wall. Inhale, exhale, 1, inhale, exhale, 2, inhale, exhale, 3, inhale, exhale, 4, inhale, exhale, 5, inhale to the front, exhale, extend the right leg, inhale, bend the left knee to the chest, exhale, place the left foot flat on the floor outside the right knee, inhale, the right arm by the ear, exhale, twist to the left, looking back to the clock wall, inhale, exhale, 1, inhale, exhale, 2, inhale, exhale, 3, inhale, exhale, 4, inhale, exhale, 5, inhale to the front, exhale, extend the left leg, bend the knees, bringing the feet to the floor, feet and knees are inner hip width distance apart, hands behind you, fingers forward, inhale, lift the hips up to reverse tabletop, exhale, lower the hips, 3 more times, inhale, lift the hips, exhale, lower for 3, inhale, lift, exhale, lower, 2, inhale, lift, exhale, lower, cross the ankles, bring the hands down in front and step back to downward dog. And let's just take a moment to pedal out the feet and really get into this. You know, you can get the hips involved. Maybe it even affects your shoulders, stretching out the back a little bit. Yeah, remember, this is your practice. I am the yoga guide. But try to have some curiosity about the body. All right, good. Now, if you do not want hands on assist, raise a leg. No hands on assist. You want how about no lotions? Okay, no lotions. No, 3 no lotions, only 1 lotion. Okay, good. All right, so find some stillness here in the downward dog. And inhale, exhale, 1, inhale, exhale, 2, inhale, exhale, 3, inhale, exhale, 4, inhale, exhale, 5, inhale to plank, exhale, knees, chest, chin to earth, inhale, stay here, exhale, 3, inhale, exhale, 2, inhale, exhale, 1, inhale, pull the chest through to cobra, exhale, tuck the toes, bring the seat to the heels, extend the legs, downward dog, good. And step the right foot outside the right hand, left foot outside the left hand, coming into a squat. Yes, hands to prayer, elbows inside the thighs, good. Long spine. Feel that your neck, your cervical spine, the neck, is just an extension of the rest of the spine, and your head is just sitting on top. The 2 bones on the top, the atlas and the axis. Your head's just sitting nice and tall on top of the cervical spine. And just for a moment, just imagine that your neck is lengthening and widening. You can even close the eyes. And just imagine that your neck is getting a little longer and a little wider. You're only holding enough tension in the neck to keep the head sitting on top. Good. Now bring the hands down to the earth and extend the legs. And let's stay here in a modified Uttanasana. Inhale, exhale, 1, inhale, exhale, 2, inhale, exhale, 3, inhale, Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. If you feel stable, bring the hands behind the back, clasp the hands, extend the arms, and let the hands fall over the head towards Shiva. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, let go of the clasp. Let the hands come back down to the floor. You can walk the feet in to hips with distance if they aren't already. And soften the knees, rolling all the way up. And bring the feet together, Tadasana. Inhale, lift the prayer overhead. Exhale, clasp the hands together. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, bend to the right. One more round. Inhale to center. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, bend to the right. Come back to center. Now let go of the clasp. And on the exhale, twist to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Hips stay forward. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Come back to center. And just bring the hands to prayer. Just a moment. Lower the hands back to Tadasana. Feel the stillness and the strength of Tadasana. Imagine that roots are rooting down from all four corners of your feet. Fingers are slightly activated, like you had little weights on the end of each hand. Surya Namaskar. Inhale with straight legs. Hook the thumbs. Lift the arms by the ears. Arch back. Exhale, bend the knees. Sweep the hands down and behind to clasp. Straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees. Hands to earth or blocks. Right foot back to low lunge. Exhale, step back. Downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to earth. Inhale, pull the chest through to cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, seat to heels, extend the legs. Downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward, lunge. Exhale, left foot forward, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, lift the arms by the ears and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the hands down behind to clasp, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hands to earth, left foot back to low lunge. Exhale, step back, downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to earth. Inhale, pull the chest through to cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, seat to heels, extend the legs, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, lunge. Exhale, right foot forward, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, lift the arms by the ears and arch back. Exhale, Tadasana. Adding on to that. Inhale with straight legs, hook the thumbs, lift the arms by the ears and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the hands down and behind to clasp, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend the knees, hands to earth, right foot back to low lunge. Exhale, lower the right knee to earth. Inhale, hook thumbs, lift the arms by the ears and arch back. Exhale, hands to earth, step back to downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, pull chest through to cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, seek to heels, extend the legs, downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward, lunge. Exhale, lower left knee to earth. Inhale, hook thumbs, let the arms by the ears and arch back. Exhale, hands to earth, step forward to a forward fold, left side. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, let the arms by the ears and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the hands down and behind to clasp, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, hands to earth, left foot back to low lunge. Exhale, lower left knee to earth. Inhale, hook thumbs, lift the arms by the ears and arch back. Exhale, hands to earth, step back to downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to earth. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, tuck toes, seat to heels, extend the legs, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, lunge. Exhale, right knee to earth. Inhale, hook thumbs, lift the arms by the ears and arch back. Exhale, hands to earth, step forward to a forward fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, lift the arms by the ears, arch back. Exhale, Tadasana. Ashtanga A. Inhale, lift the prayer overhead, gaze up at the thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, hands to earth or blocks. Inhale, look up halfway, prepare. Exhale, jump or step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog, 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, looking past the hands. Inhale, jumper step between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lift up through a flat back. Bring the prayer overhead, gazes up at the thumbs. Exhale, Tadasana. Good. All right, a little balancing here. Root the left foot down. Hug the right knee into the chest. Now bring your hands underneath your thigh. Inhale, extend and point. Exhale, pull in and flex. Inhale, extend and point. Exhale, pull in and flex. Inhale, extend and point. Now, bring your hands by your ears. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, pull the knee into the chest. And exhale, let the foot float down to the floor. Shake it out just a second. Balancing with hip flexor strengthener. Okay, root the right foot down. Inhale the left knee to the chest. And bring the hands underneath the thigh. Exhale here. Inhale, extend and point. Exhale, bend and flex. Inhale, extend and point. Exhale, bend and flex. Inhale, extend and point. Exhale, bring the hands by the ears. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, pull the knee into the chest. And exhale, the foot floats down. Good. Y'all are focused today. That's great. Okay, shake it out just for a second. All right. Inhale, lift the prayer overhead. Gazes up at the thumbs. Exhale, fold forward. Hands to earth or blocks. Inhale, look up halfway. Prepare. Exhale, jump or step back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the right foot forward, left heel to earth. Lift up warrior 1. Exhale. Inhale, extend the leg, open to the side. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, the left arm forward, left heel off the floor. Exhale, prepare. Inhale, lift up, warrior three. Exhale, back to warrior one. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, left arm forward, left heel off the floor. Exhale, prepare. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back to warrior one. Inhale, extend the leg. Open to the side. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, prepare for 5 breaths. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, 5. Lower the hip. Flex the back foot like you're pressing it on a wall. Try to point the toes down. Keep lowering the left hip. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the front knee. Step your left foot back. Reach the hands back up. Warrior one. Good. Inhale. Extend. Exhale, bend the knee and bring the right hand down and the left hand down and step back to downward dog. Good. And you can stay in downward dog or you can come forward to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel to earth, lift up warrior one. Exhale, inhale, extend and open to the side. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, prepare. Inhale, lift up to warrior three. Exhale, back to warrior one. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, prepare. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back to warrior one. Inhale, extend. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, prepare for 5 breaths. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower your right hip. Inhale. Exhale, flex the back foot. Inhale. Exhale, point the toes down. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bend the front knee. Step the right foot back. Coming back to warrior one. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend the knee. Left hand down, right hand down. Step back. And yes, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Good. Inhale the right foot forward to low lunge. Exhale, lower the left knee. Anjaneyasana. So scoot the left knee behind the hip. And we're going to start with our hands on our thighs. We're going to work our way into this a little bit more. So extend the arms as you look up and think about your chest lifting up. Think about the whole rib cage pulling up away from the hips. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Yeah. Inhale. Remember, your neck is an extension of the spine, so don't let the neck head fall back too much. Inhale. Exhale. Now come up and bring your hands to frame the right foot. You can use the block. Now bring your seat back and extend your right leg for half Hanumanasana. Good. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Keep flexing the front foot. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Keep flexing. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Bend the knee back to Anjaneyasana. Exhale. Back to half Hanumanasana. Inhale. Bend. Exhale, extend for 4. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend for 3. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend for 2. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Now bend the knee again. Lift the left foot off, the left knee off. And then pull the foot in, let the foot heel come down on the floor. Feet are parallel, hips with distance apart. Parsvottanasana. Inhale, look up, pull your right hip back. Exhale, fold over the right leg. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, bend both knees, left knee to earth. Inhale, lift the torso, lift the arms by the ears. Exhale, hands to prayer, twist to the right, left elbow outside the thigh. And you can stay here or you can lift the left knee off the floor. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale the hands down to frame the front foot. And exhale, step back to downward dog. And you can stay in downward dog or you can come forward to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale the left foot forward to low lunge. Exhale, lower the right knee way behind the hip. And lift up, bring the hands to the thigh. Keep lifting the sternum up, the ribs moving away from the hips. Your neck is an extension, yeah. It kind of gets heavy, your head like that. Inhale, exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, lift up. Bring the hands down to frame the front foot. And bring your seat back and extend the front leg. Flex the foot for half Hanumanasana. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, flex the foot. Inhale. Exhale, flex. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, bend the front knee. Yes. Inhale, back, extend the leg. Exhale, bend the knee for 5. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend for 4. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend for 3. Inhale, extend, flex the foot. Exhale, bend for 2. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Now you're going to extend the front leg and bring the right foot in just to the heel is on the floor for Parsvottanasana. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold over the front leg. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Keep pulling the left hip back. Exhale, 3. Press your hands down into something. That's going to help you lengthen. I mean, you can have a variation, but if your hands are down, press them into the floor to pull the left hip back. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, bend both knees, right knee to earth. Inhale, lift torso, lift the arms by the ears. Exhale, hands to prayer, twist to the left, elbow outside the thigh. An option to lift the knee off the floor. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Bring the hands down to frame your front foot and step back to downward dog. Then now we're going to practice Hanumanasana. So if you like to use the blanket for Hanumanasana, you might want to get your blanket and put it in front of the mat now. It's a good way to practice. the split Hanumanasana. Good. All right, so coming, yep, get the blanket in front. Do you like it in front for the, huh? It's the split. Yeah. So you might want to have it in front. I'll show you. Huh? For your knee? Okay. Okay. You want to have it back here then? Okay. So everybody come back to downward dog. And bring the right foot forward between the hands. Lower the left knee. Now scoot your hips back and straighten the front leg. And there you go, and slide forward. You can bring your heel to the blanket and slide forward. Good. Good. And your arms, this is great because your arms are really in control. And breathe here 5 breaths. Everybody breathe 5 breaths to yourself and then make your way back to downward dog. Keep rolling the left hip forward. You have to internally rotate the left leg, the back leg, just a little bit so you're not turned out. Good. And you can come back to downward dog. Good. All right. Inhale, step the left foot forward between the hands and lower the right knee. Bring your seat back, extend your front leg, maybe the heels on the blanket, and slide forward. And keep thinking, keep trying to internally rotate and pull this hip down. Good. The right leg. Good. 5 breaths. Good. When you finish 5 breaths, coming back to downward dog. All right. Now we're going to do something kind of fun. You're welcome to try this. So inhale to plank. And then side plank on the right side, left arm lifts. Now you can stay in the side plank on the right side, or you can lift your leg, hold on to your big toe, the yogi toe lock, extend the leg out, and then bring it forward. And maybe you come into the split. It's something to try. Yes. Yes. Good. And then now see if you can come back to side plank. Great job. Now come to a plank. That was a lot of fun. And side plank on the left side. Option to lift the leg. Hold on to the big toe with yogi toe lock. Yeah, bring your foot forward. Coming into a split. Beautiful. Press into the left hand. Come back to a side plank. Yeah. That's beautiful. Everyone come back to plank. Knees, chest, chin to the floor. Pull the chest through to cobra and back to a child's seat. Thanks for playing. Like I said at the top, getting curious about your body within the bounds of safety. You know, you got to find that line in a yoga class. Really, anytime you're using your body, is you want to keep paying attention and finding that line of pushing yourself a little bit more than the last time you were in a class, but also staying within the bounds of safety. That's why we do the asana, is because the concentration can help focus our mind so that we can find that stillness that we're looking for. And it also helps burn off energy, as well as just honor the temple of your body. All right. We're going to practice our headstand now. So if you really need to go to the wall for a headstand, go ahead and do it. But if you can practice in the middle of the room, that's great as well. So whenever you're ready, we'll be here for about 5 minutes. We often hear about the monkey mind in yoga, a mind that jumps from one thought to the next, active, restless. The body is a mirror of the mind and will mimic what the mind is doing. Like the old saying, monkey see, monkey do, the monkey's mind moves and the monkey's friend, which is the body, reacts with movement. In yoga, we must train one of the monkeys, the mind, not to act out, and the other monkey, the body, not to respond. The first step in training the overactive monkey mind is to train the physical body, which is pretty much what I was just saying. Training the body is much easier than teaching the restless mind to be still. Yoga asana is a physical preparation and training that helps us to develop the necessary endurance to stay in a stressful position for a given amount of time. No, yoga asana is not just about relaxation. In yoga asana class, for example, when you are in Virabhadrasana 2, your arms are stretched parallel to the earth and your shoulders and muscles strain to keep the arms lifted. You want to lower your arms just for a second, but you don't, because you know that by keeping the arms lifted, you will develop stronger shoulder muscles. About 2 more minutes. Or think of a yin method class where you may sit in an asana such as Virasana, hero seat, for 3 to 5 minutes without shifting or fidgeting. As uncomfortable as Virasana is, you sit with it because you know that being still in Virasana for that long will open up the quad muscles. This act of committing oneself to an asana and sticking to it to the end is both a physical and mental training that prepares us for the discipline and dedication needed for deep meditation. About 45 seconds left. Stillness in the body and the mind requires us to confront and embrace our discomfort. Discomfort can come in many forms, starting with your foot falling asleep or your back hurting. Physical discomfort leads to more complex issues, cultural conditioning, fear of introspection, disconnection from the body, anxiety disorders, or perceived feelings or unproductiveness can all contribute to physical movement in the body when practicing stillness. But all these conditions are reflections of the mind's mental gymnastics. Let's come on down to a child's seat. Breathe here. I see this all the time in my working with addiction recovery clients. It's really hard, people that are just brand new to recovery, to sit still quite often. It's just too much anxiety. And being still is really hard because they haven't disciplined their minds to do that. They're used to using a substance whenever they feel any sort of discomfort in the mind or body. Go ahead and sit up, and we're going to come into Virasana hero seat now. So you may want to spread your blanket out. And then you're going to take, we'll start with 2 blocks. And you can take the 2 blocks and bring your knees together and the heels on the outside of the blocks, on the outside of your buttocks. Good. Bring the knees together. Try to bring the knees together. Good. Good. Yep. And then see if this is like, this is easy. Take 1 block away. And let's come down. I have to move my calves out to the side. Maybe that helps you. Keep the knees together. Yeah, the heels on the outside of the hips. And let's just close the eyes from here. And say your intention, your sankalpa to yourself again. All right. And then see, you're like, this is pretty easy. See if you can remove the other block, and you may have to roll your calves out again and bring the seat. Now my seat doesn't all the way come down, but if I sit here long enough, it might. So breathe 5 breaths. You can close your eyes. 5 deep breaths. Really feeling like you're filling your belly. Concentrate on the sensations of the body, filling your belly. Now opening the eyes, inhale and exhale, twist to the right. 3 breaths here, inhale, exhale 3, inhale, exhale 2, inhale, exhale 1, inhale to the front, exhale, twist to the left, inhale, exhale 3, inhale, exhale 2, inhale, exhale 1, inhale back to the front. Now bring your hands down in front and start to extend the right leg back, and you can tuck the toes under and gently rock the foot back so you're stretching out the right knee a little bit. Yeah, back and forth. Yeah, it can be like, wow, that was intense. All right, lower the right knee, and now the left side. And now let's come back to a downward dog. Feels good after Virasana, and I'm not even fond of downward dog, but after that it feels good. All right, inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to earth. Inhale, pull the chest through. Exhale, lift the hands off the earth for cobra. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down, rock out the hips. All right, Shalabhasana, arms alongside the body, feet together, forehead to mat. Inhale, lift everything up, balance on the navel. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down and rock it out. Bow, bend the knees, reach back, hold on to the ankles. Inhale, left up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Rock out the hips. All right, second bow. Bend the knees, reach back, hold on to the ankles. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Rock out the hips. And turn over onto the back. And once you get there, bend the knees so the feet are on the floor. Bring the feet as wide as the mat again. And let the one knee fall into the center and back and forth. Now, keeping your feet on the edge of the mat, let both knees fall over to the left. Good. Lift the left ankle and place it on top of the right thigh. Yep. And keep pointing your right hip bone up to the sky. So you're getting a little hip flexor stretch there. Do you feel it? You feel a little stretch in here? Good. Now lift the left heel off. Bring it to the edge of the mat. Lift both knees up and over to the right side. And then lift the right ankle, place it on top of the left thigh. And your left hip points up to the sky, getting that hip flexor stretch. Good. And lift the right ankle off. And bring the knees back up for a bridge. So reach down, tickle the back of the heels. Inhale, lift the lower, middle, upper back. Exhale, roll the shoulders under, clasp the hands together. Hip bones up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. And windshield wiper the knees. All right. It is fine to repeat half bridge or bring your hands by the ears for Urban Sadhu. Press the hands down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, lift the chin to the chest. Exhale, lower down. Windshield wiper the knees. Good. Second round, bring the hands by the ears. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, lower down. Yeah, you got to go slow with that, but that's good. That's good. And windshield wiper the knees. We're going to do one more round. You need to tighten it. Okay. Oh, loosen it up. Okay. All right. Last round for Urdhva Dhanurasana. Hands by the ears. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale, lift the chin to the chest. Exhale, lower. And windshield wiper the knees. Good. Hug the knees into the chest. If anyone wishes to practice happy baby, you can do that now. All right. Bring the knees to center, and variations are welcome. Lower the knees over to the left side and look back to the right. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. And lift the knees back to the center. Now the left thigh is on top for the eagle legs. And lower the knees over to the right. Look back to the left. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Lift the knees back to the center. And any adjustments you need here for your lower back, get curious. What does your body need to relieve the lower back from the back bends? And let's all roll. You can roll back and forth a couple of times if that feels good. Good. And let's come into Navasana. So roll all the way up, sit back on the sits bones, extend the legs and the arms. Nice. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And let's practice our Paschimottanasana, intense stretch to the western side of the body. It should be easy after doing all those splits. So reach forward, hold on to the outside of your feet today. Or you can use you can use the block outside or use your strap. Now pull the chest like you're trying to place your chest on this clock wall. Yeah, long spine. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Lift up and bend your knees again, bringing your feet to the edges of the mat. Okay, and we're going to hold on to the ankles, long spine, and then start to walk your left hand underneath the left knee. Reach your right arm up. And maybe you can roll the shoulders under, reach the hands behind, find the bind. Keep pressing the left arm against the left knee. Pull your right shoulder back. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. You got to pull this hand like this way. Like this, like curl it under this way. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now we're done. Place the left hand down, reach the right hand back, up, nice opening of the chest, and then come back holding on to the ankles, long spine. Neck resting on top, lengthening and widening. Yes. Right hand underneath the right knee. Left arm reaches up. And you have to turn both shoulders over. Yep, there you go. And pull the hands behind for the bind. Good. Press this shoulder, this hand. There you go. Pull the left shoulder back. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, let go of the bind. Press the right hand down. Reach the left arm up. And now back to the ankles. Okay, so now Kurmasana, tortoise, is both. So you're going to start walking both hands. You can kind of work your way, keep working your way through, go as far as you can, and then maybe you lengthen the legs over the arms and bring your head down. It doesn't matter if your head goes all the way down or not. I want you to count 15 breaths to yourself, going within like the tortoise. Pretty close. Yeah, good job. Good. When you finish the 15 breaths, make your way out to the tortoise. And we haven't done a lot of side bending, so let's do that before we end. So wide straddle, the right elbow down, left arm reaches up and over to the right. Either hold on to your foot or your bottom ear and turn the head to look up. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Lift up. Left elbow down. Right arm reaches up and over to the left. Good. Same variation. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. That's too much. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Lovely. Come back up. Bring the legs forward, bring the hands behind for inclined plank, fingers pointing towards the rear. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, option to lower the head. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. And now lift the chin and the chest. Exhale, lower. You got a serious cramp. All right, y'all, it's time for shoulder stand, or you can bring the legs up the wall or come into Supta Baddha Konasana. Be here now. Be here now. The Sanskrit word asana translates into seat. A seat is a connection. The English word stillness means the absence of movement or sound. The Cambridge Dictionary states that stillness is a total lack of movement or changing of positions. When we look up synonyms for stillness, we get words such as restfulness, tranquility, serenity, harmony, peacefulness, placidity. The opposite of stillness is unrest, turmoil, clamor, pandemonium. In the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, the great sage tells us, Stira Sukham Asanam. Asana, the connection to the earth, should be steady, still, happy, pleasant, joyful, and willing. According to Patanjali, yoga is a space of stillness in both the body and the mind. Stillness is peace of mind. And there's more. Might not get to it today. If you want to practice variations of shoulder stand, I will tell you two. One is to bend the knees out to the side and bring the bottom of the feet together and then reach the hands up to the thighs. That's one to try. So you're really balancing on the shoulders. Or, yeah, you can bring your legs into lotus. Thirty more seconds. Lower the feet overhead to plow. 5 deep breaths. Notice, get curious about how your breath is different with your feet over your head. And using the hands as brakes, slowly rolling down one vertebra at a time. Good. And removing the padding, stretching your mat back out. Lying back on the back, propping up on the forearms like you're on the beach, lifting the sternum up to the sky, lowering the top of the head to the mat. Breathing all together. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 1. And lift the chin to the chest. Lower back down. Make your way into Shavasana. Use your props. Get comfortable. Allow yourself to feel held by the earth and focus on sensations in the body. If your mind becomes less still, come back to focusing on sensations in the body. Begin to deepen the breath. As you deepen the breath, observe the movement in the chest, ribs, and abdomen. Allow the movement to extend the fingers and toes, the ankles, the wrists. And stretch the arms overhead like you're first waking up. Hugging the knees into the chest. And slowly roll to the right side and just pause here a moment. Recall the intention that you set for the practice. Repeat it to yourself now. Press your hand into the earth. Lift yourself back up. And we're going to move into meditation. But we're going to start with a little bit of breath work first. So I'm going to set the timer here. So you can close your eyes for this, and you can rest your hands on your lap. And close the mouth, breathe into the nose, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And continue nice, slow, deep breaths. And as you breathe in, say to yourself, Sat Chit Ananda, which means truth, consciousness, bliss. And say that to yourself on the exhale, Sat Chit Ananda. We'll close the 3 Oms. Giving thanks for the teachings of yoga from the past, present, and those yet to come. Bolo Sadhguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all. Have a good night. Thanks for being here tonight. Happy April.